Hello everyone, welcome to We Love Fat, and our topic for today is the one thing you should fix before starting intermittent fasting. Take a look at your phone. It has applications that you can use to call, send a message, calculate, connect to social media, and many other things. Your phone can do all these things only if it has power. It constantly feeds on the power from the battery even if it's just sitting on your table. Without power, your phone is no different from a paperweight. What if you're out somewhere and you don't have a power source to plug your phone in? What if you don't have an external battery? If you're in a group, you may have to ask each one of your friends if they have a spare battery. You may have to do it until you find someone who has and doesn't need it as of the moment. It's inconvenient, uncomfortable, and sometimes irritating. Would it not be easier if you have a spare battery of your own? Your body is no different from your phone in terms of power reliance. It constantly will get energy from a source, otherwise it will die. If your body doesn't have easy access to another power source like your phone, its only source of immediate power will be your food. If you will not eat, after some time, after your body consumes all of the energy from your last meal, if it will not have ready access to another source of power, you will not die of course, but it will be a struggle. Would it not be easier if your body will not turn against you when you fast? Would it not be easier if your body can easily switch to a different fuel source when you're not eating anything? Our metabolic system responds to hormones in our body. Our hormones respond to what kind of energy we take into our body. There are three major kinds of energy, the macronutrients, that we take into our body. These are carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. When we consume these macronutrients, our body would prefer to use carbohydrates in the form of glucose, mainly because it's easier to get. Just imagine that glucose swims easily in our bloodstream as compared to fat. Insulin is the hormone that is secreted by our pancreas to let the cells know that there is glucose available in our bloodstream. Thus, when glucose is high, insulin would also be high. If you keep on eating carbohydrates, your pancreas via insulin would also keep on telling your cells that there is available energy in our system. Over time, our cells would get used to insulin and would become numb and start ignoring insulin. Every time this cycle is repeated, we slowly develop to become insulin resistant, and our pancreas would keep on excreting more and more insulin just so that our cells would listen and consume the glucose in the blood. The problem lies with the other function of insulin. Insulin also tells our body to store excess energy for future use in the form of fat, and blocks our body from getting energy from fat. So when your insulin is always high due to insulin resistance, your body would be on what is called a perpetual fed state, wherein it keeps on storing energy in the form of fat. Studies show that craving is linked to insulin resistance. When you start fasting, your body will try to get energy from your stored fat. But because you have high insulin due to insulin resistance, your body will not be able to get that energy from fat. It will have to wait for your insulin to go down at a level where you can use fat as fuel. And it's the wait that's irritating to you. Your body will constantly bug you to go and get something to eat. This is where the craving starts. Hopefully, you will not give in, but for most of us, it will be too difficult. It'll be easier to backslide and forget about fasting. To get greater success in intermittent fasting, you need to train your body to easily switch fuel source. When glucose gets low, it needs to be able to switch easily to consuming fat. By eating low carbohydrate meals or ketogenic meals, you will gradually fix your metabolic health. With these kinds of diet, your body will be forced to use fat as fuel. Your pancreas will gradually lessen its insulin secretion and lessen the cell's exposure to insulin as well. In time, your cells will respond better to insulin and eventually go back to what it was. If you keep it up, within a month you will be fixing your metabolic health. Intermittent fasting will be easy because your body can easily switch to consuming stored fat when there's no fuel from food. It's like bringing your own spare battery now for your mobile phone. There's no more struggle and hassle to borrow from friends. Like your phone, It'll be convenient for your body as well because there's no waiting time for insulin to go down. For more information on the ketogenic diet, check out our website welovefat.net. Thank you for watching the video, and I hope you learned something new.